Look, I mean, for me, very many good things are there. I think that it will be good for Indian exporters. What is most important for us is to see that with this, economic growth also goes up and perhaps new jobs can be generated. If you are now going to be producing more items for Europe than you used to in the past because the market is growing and the terms are more favorable, then you will employ more people. So once again, jobs are a very important consideration. To my mind, if we can actually engage larger portions of our population in this, the FTAs are a very good idea, because the whole idea is you multiply your channels and your options diplomatically and geopolitically, but equally you create greater opportunities for export, and in that process you create more avenues for manufacturing at home. Because if you have more to export, you need to produce more, and to produce more, you need to employ more, so it's all around benefit. I think this is very much the right way to go, to conclude FTAs with as many countries as possible. And I'm very pleased that we have done this so-called mother of all trade deals. Don't forget, it will take a year to come into force, because in Europe, 27 countries will have to ratify the agreement before it comes into force. But we have made a very good beginning.
At a time when we have trade tariffs with the US, we have trouble with the US related to the trade tariff. How are you seeing this particularly as a...
Well, I must say that I would like very much to see more progress on the US front, because that was till recently our biggest market. And there are many things we would like to see there improving. I know that some manufacturers are moving assembly plants to the US and so on to circumvent the tariffs, which is a pity, because the whole idea is that means jobs that could have been done in India will now be done instead in the US, which is not something that, as an Indian public representative, I can be happy about. But I will say to you very honestly that as far as the US is concerned, the ball seems to be in their court. I think the negotiators seem to have done a lot of what they need to do, and it seems to be now a political decision will have to be made by their president as to whether this relationship requires that extra push and salvaging. In the meantime, we should continue signing agreements wherever we can, and I think we've gone from small countries like Oman and New Zealand to big countries, big arrangements like the EU. Canada is now very much on the anvil. I believe they're starting serious talks with Canada. I welcome all of this. I think the more we have, the better the opportunities for us and for our economy, and thereby for our young people.